All right, welcome to a Saturday night edition of the Jim of All Trades channel. I just wanted to bring an update to you on this, what Bitcoin and Litecoin are doing. It's gonna be a quick update, but I just want to chat with you about our trade. Today we had a pretty lively day. We had a push up from, we hit this $9,500 mark, and that was just a little speed bump, and then we just kept on going. Hit 11,000, 11,200, something like that, and just I want to zoom out. At this point, we just want to zoom out and just kind of show you Bitcoin. Everything's going to depend upon Bitcoin at this time. So we passed $10,000. Chances are we're going up to the next level, which is 11,600. So generally, when the market makers pass one 4 hour resistance level, they're going to go on up to the next. That doesn't mean we might not come down first a little bit before going up. We might have some sideways action for a little while, just like we had right in this area here. We had sideways actions here. The sideways action is important. Market makers are collecting orders and consolidating price there to form a base, basically a price action base where buyers and sellers are entering their bets as far as which way they think the market is going. There are people shorting it there and people entering long positions there, thinking it's going to continue to go up. Chances are we're going to go up and hit 11,700 in that ballpark. Probably wick up to 12,000, and my guess is that's where we're going to see our reversal. I can't be certain of that, but that's just a feeling that I have, and so that's what we're looking at with Bitcoin. So let's take a peek at Litecoin now and just look at our trade. Our trade is still looking great. We're still looking good for a 155 mark. I think we have an intermediate mark of about 153, 154 with another wave to the downside. I don't know. We might come up and hit 156, 157 with a wave to the downside with a potential top of about 180. So we're still looking at that potential. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. We'll have to wait and see. But just looking at this, we got the wave structure is a little different than the previous times because basically in previous times, you've had this consolidation, and then eventually we get our candle that shoots straight up and goes to the next price level, consolidates for a little bit, then we get our candle, it goes up to the next price. Well, what this has been doing is has been consolidating, and then what we've had, I just want to zoom in here a little bit. What we've had is a bunch of market maker fake outs. Basically, you'll see a where price is consolidating, and then where we should see a zoom up, price will zoom up only to a particular level, and then it'll shoot back down. And what that's doing is messing traders up. Basically, people are entering positions there, and then all of a sudden, when they see it shooting down, they're probably exiting with stop losses or whatnot, and or they're hanging in there in losses. Then it takes a while to get back up to that level, but it never really breaks that level significantly, and so this market action has been quite slow and methodical here in Litecoin, but I still think we're looking good for a move to the upside. We did break our 144, our high here, and chances are we're going to consolidate a little bit. We're going to price has been respecting this trend line. Let me show you a couple trend lines we just need to kind of pay attention to. We've got this trend line right here. Price is respected 2 times now. If we come down, we might come down and hit it and bounce up. I don't think we're coming down at this point. We've got another trend line. It's a more intermediate trend line, but if you'll see the one I drew here as well, you see this one that price has been respecting over and over again. So we may see price come down here and actually touch it with a not just a wick but a strong candle and then a reversal off of that. That's a possibility. It's a hypothesis I'm kind of thinking about. But yeah, we're still looking good for the upside. When you just zoom out and look at this wave, even though it's kind of weak, slow, and methodical, that's basically indicative of just the market makers pumping, and also messing traders up because they know where they are on the charts. They're at a turning point, and a lot of people are betting that it's going to go down. A lot of people are betting it's going to continue going up. There's FOMO going on, so they're taking full advantage of what's going on here. And so you just need to be careful, be mindful. You need to be trading with stops, and your stops need to be in the right locations. So, for instance, if at this point, you can put your stop underneath the last low, underneath of this trend line. So on your chart, you just draw that trend line and put your stop, underneath of the last low. And if price comes down and breaks that, chances are it's going to come down here, and that gives you a better entry in for the upside. And so you got to understand that that's a potential. Again, probably not going to happen, but again, that's where your stop should be. Okay, so keep your stops. Go to the last low. Keep your stops below it, the last significant low. Okay, let's zoom in and just look at this wave and see what's going on. Actually, before I zoom in, let me throw the Fibonacci's on here and just kind of you know tell you what I'm seeing here. Let's remind ourselves of our measurement here. There's a 1-2 wave. We got 152, 153 mark up here is where the 1618 is, and that's generally a good place for a three wave. And so we've got a 1-2 of our three wave. We're making our third wave of our three wave here, and we're looks like we're going to continue to head up to that. We might do a slow and methodical move and might just continue that way, or we might get one of those pump candles that just go straight up. I don't know that that's the case, and that probably won't be the case here. And the reason for that is that again, the market makers are using this time to really mess traders up. They're taking it higher than anybody expected it to go, and then there's a lot of people that their shorts are being screwed up, as well as people are jumping in long. And so there's a lot of stuff going on here, a lot of market manipulation here, and a lot of psychological warfare happening. That's why you have to be smart with your money. Okay. All right. So don't be afraid to take profits and re-enter on dips. That's what I've been doing, and that's a wise thing to do. Or you can just hold on for dear life and just kind of let it ride onto the upside. But remember, keep your stops so you don't lose all of your profit along the way, because they like to take your profit. That's what today's dip was all about. Let's zoom in and just take a peek at what that dip happened. It really just didn't hit any kind of particular point in the chart that was. It did break. It just broke the high. Basically, price went up and just broke the high and got to 146, and then it just shot down like crazy. Everybody got scared, selling, and look what it did. It hit this trend line and then bounced off it and continued on. So this is why if you're watching price action, you should be drawing trend lines. And when you see price hit a trend line and then reverse, that is an indication of good place to enter a trade or whatnot. Price came down here again not too long ago, hit that thing again, and bounced right off of it. Okay, so we have price coming down again. If you got out on this wick and you're looking for a reentry, your reentry will most likely be here, provided we don't break this trend line. So it'll be maybe halfway, 50% of down if this comes down at all. Down to the $140 mark or something like that. That might be a good entry point. If you got out. Now, if you got out down here, that's not a great entry, but chances are we're heading up, and so we don't have to really worry about it. This looks like it could be a 1-2, a 1-2 wave, and then we've got another 1-2 being formed as well. So of this third wave of what's going on here. So yeah, just be careful here. Lots of manipulation, lots of shenanigans, lots of maneuvers to try to take your money to make you feel uncomfortable in your trade. Okay, that's kind of our update for today. Just be careful here. Set your stops and go to sleep. Confidently that the stops will kick in. If and set them in the right place. Don't set them too close to where price is, where retraces can reach. And so basically, you should set your stop underneath $99. I mean, excuse me, not 99, 139 here. And if price goes down and hits that, then and bounces, we're great. If it breaks that line, your stop will kick in. Most likely, we're coming down to this range. You can save your capital and buy in at a cheaper price. Okay. All right, you guys have a fantastic day. We'll update you tomorrow on what we see happening. But trade's still looking okay. Just stick with it. You guys have a great night. Bye bye.